been doing the agency expos here at Lakeland High School for 4 years now. Actually with the district, I started probably 7 years ago at Lake Gibson High School. And it was just a very small event that we had with Division of Vocational Rehabilitation and Agency for Persons with Disabilities. And I'd have a handful of parents come in just to learn about the services that they could have for their students, their son or daughter after they graduated. So the following years, I decided, let's make this a little bigger, and I held it in the evening. And the first year we probably had maybe 75 people show up and maybe 20 agencies. And then the following year it just kept growing. The past 2 years we've had 30 or more agency representatives that's been here. And then we've had, like this year we had probably 225 people that showed up. And it's just an amazing time, an amazing event for the parents so that they can network and they can actually see the services that their son or daughter can have after they graduate. And even while they're in school, there's still services. There's so much that's out there for these kids, and they need to tap into it. They're not aware of what's available. I want our residents here in Polk County to know that our school district, we have so many things out there to help your son or daughter to live a more independent life and to reach their post-secondary goals. So whenever they graduate, we're here to help them live a more independent life. There's just so many opportunities out there. We want to help them connect with the agencies, and we want them to be a part of the transition programs that we have here in our district because they are awesome, provide all kinds of opportunities for them just to meet their social goals, their post-secondary goals for employment and independent living. And we're excited about things to come also in Polk County.
The Villages at Noah's Landing is a residential community where Noah's Ark is actually the nonprofit organization that is building the community. We are independent supported living for individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities. We are basically the residential option. We do not provide any kind of support services for the residents. We are just the residential option of an independent place for them to live. Because a lot of individuals with disabilities don't have a lot of options for independent living. We have a lot of resources for activities, socialization, which a lot of these individuals don't have when they just live at home with their parents. So we're giving them a different option of a choice for a place to live where they can live independently and thrive to the best of their ability.
I'm here to represent student services for the Polk County school system. We include the school nurses, the school psychologists, the school social workers, and bullying prevention in the district. What we are focused on is really, we are the gateway to get students into special education services. So much of the work that we do involves that initial diagnosis and assessment for students who may have disabilities and would need additional help. What we do is we work very closely with the school counselors in the school system, and we do evaluations on students that are suspected of having disabilities. All of those various professionals, the psychologists, the social workers, and the nurses can be involved in that assessment process. And then we also help with providing service to students once they're identified. Once they're identified, all of the students will receive an individual education plan, which is an IEP, and that IEP will dictate specific services for that child. With the Student Services Department, we help them to access those services, and then our nurses will be involved in providing follow-up care for children who have medical plans and need ongoing health care through the school year. Student services is key to making sure that if your child is struggling in school, you are getting help for your child, and going through your student services representative will help that to happen. So we need to be involved in any child that struggles in school to help them access additional help and support so that they can graduate on time.
I work for Polk County School Board, and we are transition services. We service students who are 18 to 22 years old with special needs, and we help teach them employability skills and independent living skills. So we help them transition from high school into adult life. The community needs to be aware, because I'm working with students who are working towards getting jobs. We need doors open to give our students a chance to prove what they can do and how dependable and what great workers they are. So we would like people to also know that this is a service for high school students. It's very difficult when you finish high school. You ask your question, what's next? Well, we can be what's next and help that transition go more smoothly. We work with other organizations such as vocational rehabilitation. We work with agencies for persons with disabilities, Center for Independent Living. We work with all the different agencies in collaboration and in referring them to the services that they need. So if we can't do it, we'll find someone who can.
I'm the owner of Sign Language Communications, and I'm here to let the community know that we have interpreting services provided for the county. We're an interpreter referral service, so people will call us when they need doctor's appointments, when they have a business appointment, when they need to go see vocational rehab. We send interpreters to Polk County School System as well as substitutes. And we just want to let the deaf community know and deaf students know that any interpreting needs they need, we can supply that. Also, we're a referral for parents of deaf children, so if they have questions about deafness or what the Americans with Disability Act entitles their child to, they can call us about that as well for resources. There are a lot of misconceptions. One is that all deaf people can lip read, which is not true. Only about 30% of deaf people can lip read, and of those, they don't lip read that well. There's a misconception that deaf people are not educated as well or at the same level as hearing students are. People tend to have low expectations of them. There's some job discrimination that deaf people have experienced in the community as well. So those are a few of the things that we, as hearing people, sometimes are guilty of, but a lot of it is just we don't know the culture, we don't know the language, and we don't know the people.
So we are Family Network on Disabilities. We are the state PTI, which means we are federally funded through the Office of Special Education, and we provide resources and support for people with disabilities. Well, we work with the local agencies to provide students with what they want to do after high school and help them kind of advocate for themselves during the transition IEP process. And we also provide workshops and webinars for daily living skills such as cyber safety, dating 101, and cleanliness. We also my colleagues work with the parents. So they work with the parents and I work with the youth. So it's kind of a twofold, and that's a really nice thing to have so that everybody in the family gets support.
We are the Division of Blind Services. We are a state agency through the Florida Department of Education that provides services to people who are blind or visually impaired to give them the tools they need to be successful and to go forth to be able to work and live independently. We have different services through the whole age range. We start with blind babies from 0 to 6, where children can get the services they need to continue to develop and not fall too far behind in their growth. We have our children's program for ages 6 through 14, where they can receive services to help them to continue to do well in school and also to be able to learn a lot of the social skills through a new program with the lighthouses. We have our transition program from 14 on to graduating from high school. It could be 18 to 22 years old, where they can be able to not only get the assistance they need in school to be able to do well, but also would be able to participate in training through the lighthouses we work with to learn daily living skills, orientational abilities so they can travel safely and independently, technology skills so they can be able to keep up with all the new technology and to be able to communicate. Also learn a lot of pre-vocational skills to help them to be ready to go forth to find employment, and that's part of vocational rehabilitation, which the vocational rehabilitation program helps people to be able to find employment. And then we also have the independent living program for seniors or for those who are under 55 who are not looking to go to work, to provide them the same daily living skills so they can live more independently. And then the transition and vocational rehabilitation program, we have services that help people to be able to go forth through high school, then on possibly to college or eventually to the workforce. We do vocational evaluations to assess what skills a person may have to find what's going to be the best fit as far as a career. And we work with them and help them to be able to go forth, get the skills they need, and then move on to help them to look for employment through doing a number of placement activities, meeting with different employers, being able to market our clients to help them to find the right fit to be successfully employed.
We work specifically with individuals who have an intellectual disability. We operate the Medicaid waiver program that for the home and community-based services. So we work with individuals from age 3 until they die with supportive services, life skills, job coaching, and a variety of different programs. Family members don't know what we have to offer for them, and we have ways that we can actually, even if it's giving the parents a few hours of respite care so they can do what they need to get done during the week, if providing services for their youth that might want to get a job even though they have a disability, we have resources for them to help them to become independent. We work from individuals ranging from whether it's personal supports, maybe they need someone with them to help feed them, or maybe they need to help from bodily function from time to time. Again, we might do the respite care to help the parents for a little bit of a break. We have a support person who may meet with them. If they go to a job, they might actually work with them on skills to be able to get a job, or even basic daily hygiene, or if they need round-the-clock care, we will work with that aspect as well. It just depends on the individual. We work very closely with the schools for the students that are getting ready to transition out. We are partner with vocational rehabilitation as well for that aspect. All the other community organizations, we do what we can to make the individuals that need our services a functioning member of society so that they can have the independence to be able to live, worship, and work in the community, just like everyone else.
Hi, I'm Art, and we are members of the Hearing Loss Association Lakeland chapter.
I'm Nelda. 48 million Americans have some degree of hearing loss, over 100,000 in Polk County alone.
I am Ann. We want to take a few moments and talk about hearing loss and how you can better manage it, and how we can all help each other.
If you have a hearing loss, you may be looking for more information about available solutions and technology. You may have a hearing device but want to learn about what else is available to improve your ability to understand what you hear. Or perhaps you have a family member or friend who has a hearing loss and you want to help.
Our chapter stands ready to help you and others to better manage hearing loss. We accomplish this through education, support, and advocacy. Our monthly chapter meetings provide a forum for information exchange, learning, and social interaction. Through our annual Hearing Wellness Expo and other activities, we provide education so people can make informed decisions about their hearing. Our chapter supports and promotes community improvement for those with hearing loss by looping public venues and making captions available in noisy environments.
Our chapter gives informational presentations, participates in local fairs and events, and engages with others who share our dedication to the cause of hearing loss. We are part of a national organization with nearly 200 chapters. Membership benefits include a bi-monthly magazine, online educational sessions and seminars, an annual conference to learn and exchange ideas, a cruise, discounts, and an opportunity to make an impact locally and nationally.
Stop by to one of our local chapter meetings and get involved. We meet the second Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. Our meeting location is at First Presbyterian Church, 175 Lake Hollingsworth Drive in Lakeland. For more information, visit our website at www.hla-lakeland.org.
Your hearing is important.
Here comes. Go! Go it! Hey, step up first base. Hey, Josh, go touch first. Hey. Can you throw it? Hit it. 1, 2, 3, in. Nice! No, you got it. You gotta go. You gotta hit. You gotta hit. You gotta hit. You gotta go. I did. Yeah, you gotta go to first. You gotta run. Great job, Trevor. Go, Trevor. All the way, Trevor. All the way. Keep on running.
I did it.
Come on, Trevor. You gotta keep running.
I did it.
Helmet not ready. All the way. Let's go. Come on.
Well, Lakeland City Baseball is a large recreational youth baseball league, and we have 7 different programs for various ages. The program that we're here for right now is the Buddy Ball program, and it's a program for special needs children. These special needs children range from age 4 to sometimes, some of these kids are in their 20s. It's designed to be played on the field with help of a buddy. Buddies are typically a middle school child or high school. A lot of times you see high school baseball players out here. We've got the George Jenkins wind dancers that assist us as well. But they come out here and they help the kids with all facets of the game, depending on what their needs are and what their skill level is.
Good job.
Nice hit, Carson. Probably.
This program, and I want to go back to the high school thing. Jenkins got involved right after the Lakeland High School because they saw, how well it affected the kids. I mean, it really humbles those high school players when they think, you get up every day and you do this and life is normal. Well, spending an hour with these children down here, they realize things could be a lot different. So as far as the vision of the program, obviously we'd like to see this program grow. We'd love to have, 4 teams of older players and 4 teams of younger players, which, we actually have 10 teams, but you never get the full complement of players each Saturday. So a lot of times you're combining teams. We're going to keep providing it as long as we can and for whoever wants to play. And we never turn any players away. We, along with corporate sponsors, help fund this program. So we make it easy for them. They just have to show up and play, and they touch our hearts. So it's just the best thing that Lakeland City Baseball has ever done.
You did good out there, man.
Good job, buddy.
That's all. Great hit. Go, Lynn, go. You don't need no stitching. Is that better? Oh, boy.
we've got just, a host of corporate sponsors that believe in what we do down here. I have handled sponsorships for the league for 14 years, so every sponsor that comes through here comes through me. But and it's never been a hard sell. You know, you're providing a good quality product that's managed well in a great environment. We're using the game to teach kids a little something about life, and you know, people support that. The community supports that. I just can't thank people in the Lakeland community enough for what they do for our kids.
And you know, when I look at the sponsors of the teams, or the fact that the registration fee every year is free. I mean, it doesn't cost us as parents anything. It really, you feel supported in a way that you wouldn't feel supported if this program wasn't in place. And so, you know, the funny thing is I do find myself consciously, whenever I can, trying to support the sponsors that support us. And, you know, I know that's not why they're doing it, but it's a way that I can kind of show thanks to them.
Come on, faster. Overstate the lead. No pit stop, come on, one more. There it is.
In the house.
Cheese. Here's a good one.
Man, you have muscles over there, gosh.
I'm stronger.
I see that. I'm proud of you, that was a good hit there.
Beauty of our program is the fact that so many of the people that are involved in our program have been here for years. They don't have children in the program. They've just been a part of it. It's also involved our community. It's a community that makes this really happen. This program out here, you got kids doing good things, and they need to be recognized. We should celebrate successes like that. And you know, these parents, it gives the parents an opportunity to come out here because, like I said, I'm a parent of one, and generally, you're never sitting in the stands. You're always with your child. But part of this program, because of the buddies, one of the strengths is a parent can come out here and actually be a parent and go sit in the stands and watch their kid participate while somebody else actually works with their child.
I want more for everybody's children. And this Buddy Ball, this organization, the City of Lakeland, baseball has allowed our children to be better. And you could, as a parent, you can't ask for anything more than that. Is that they include us, and it's emotional because not everybody does that.
It is amazing. Whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter. And they're persistent. They keep trying. They don't give up. They're always happy. It's fabulous. It's a great lesson that more people should be aware of, that because this is the way baseball should be played with children.
All right, Jonathan, run! Man, you didn't want to come hit? You didn't want to come hit?
Sarah, throw it here.
Over here.
Throw it here, Sarah. All right, go get it. Good job, Jack.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. It is my hour of peace throughout the week where it doesn't matter what else is going on in the world. These children come to play baseball. So you get them on the field, they want to run around, they want to play. Their parents can sit back and watch. The biggest enjoyment I get is the parents get to be parents. Some of them are single parents taking care of these children that need 24/7 care. And to give them an hour to watch their kid play is the most enjoyable thing that I get out of the whole experience. And to see these kids out here just playing and the parents cheering them on, you know, as if it was just a regular baseball game.
The program helps Anthony be a kid in the sense of, you know, playing ball with his friends, running around the bases. Those are things he doesn't do on a regular basis by himself at home. So it lets him bond with friends and and have those buddies out on the field. And that's important to me because I know he enjoys it.
I couldn't be more excited and more happy. I mean, it does my heart good to see him come out along with the other kids, and they're normal, you know? And it doesn't matter that they may pitch with one arm. It doesn't matter that they have Down syndrome. It doesn't matter that they may have autism. It doesn't matter if they're confined temporarily to a wheelchair. It doesn't matter. They're baseball players, and that's all we could ask for.
Yeah, man. There we go, Logan. Good job. There we go. Give me 5 right there. Yeah. All right. Look at over here.
I got a home run.
There you go. All right. Allie.
What are you talking about?
They truly, truly care about the kids. As you can see, there's no other games going on out here. I mean, there's no other games on this field except for the buddies. They allot time specifically just for this group on purpose because this group is an important part of their program, an important part of their league. And I'm telling you, it's got a lot of momentum. I mean, it's going to continue to still grow. And, you know, I'm just happy that our little small part of it has helped provide the support that the league needed as the numbers have grown.
It gives you joy to come here and be involved with these kids, and it's very humbling. This is one of the programs that you can help them just have a normal Saturday like anybody else, just at the ballpark.
Come see one ball game and see what it does for these children. All of them, the buddies, come see what it does for the children who are actually playing the game. It's really hard at that point not to get involved some way, whether it's financially, whether it's with your time, whether it's having people in your organization come and volunteer. It just takes looking at the product on the field and seeing what it does for these children. And I think if they did that, I think we'd have people fighting to become sponsors out here at the Buddy Ball Field.
Although, you know, it's me sitting here talking to you right now, you know, it's really a very, very large team of volunteers that make all this happen. And the important part of this is the people who are out there with the kids, the coaches, the managers, the team moms, because those are the people that these kids are going to remember as they go through life. And I think that our greatest compliment is when we have children that come back through this program with their children. And that means that people that, you know, were running this league for so many years did something right, that they think this is where my child needs to play.
Everybody reach in. Okay, Mitch, start us up. Get a hand in, everybody. Ready? All right.
1, 2, 3.
Baseball!
Baseball!